when you did the interview with Logan Paul,
Uh,
you basically destroyed all my past, dreams and everything when you actually broke down that Shaolin monks are not what everyone thought they
yeah.
are.
No,
Here I am. I grew up in the age of seeing these, Chinese movies with the Shaolin monks
yeah,
beating
yeah.
everyone up, and these movies where they're breaking 20 blocks of ice with their head. And I mean, in fact, Kung Fu, David Carradine, Kung Fu, he was a Shaolin monk, right?
Yes.
On that show. So here
Yeah.
I am. I grew up worshiping Shaolin monks, thinking that
True.
these are the epitome of the most advanced fighters on earth.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Wu-Tang comes out, and, they further kind of build on the
Right.
Shaolin legend.
Right, yeah.
And
It's
you're like, yo,
fun.
the Shaolin, to me, my whole life was like, yo, the Shaolin monks could beat Mike Tyson,
I know,
could beat
right?
all the MMA fighters.
It's hilarious, actually.
They're superhuman, but in fact, there's sort of a different story about the Shaolin
This
temples.
is the truth. It's like you can Google this shit. No, is that easy. Guy that my complexion came in to the Shaolin Temple, brought kung fu. 18 hands of Lohan. What is it first called? But anyway, martial arts dates way back over 1500 BC in Africa. Plain and simple. You could Google that real quick. But Bodhidharma or Damo brought Kung Fu to the Shaolin Temple. They were sedentary. This was an exercise. And he also brought Buddhism. Well, that's fact number one. But what happened when China got into the film, process, the film industry, well, at the time we had Westerns were America's export. Japan had the samurai movies, right? And there were always samurai movies. There's always westerns, and you see, with the samurai movies, there were times where the samurai got overtaken by technology. There's guns and no more samurai. Last samurai, you know what I mean?
Starring Tom Cruise.
Yeah, and right, which is okay. Don't get me started on that. But then there's westerns where there's people now, with horseless buggies. You see the transition that happens. Now, China countered with the Kung Fu movie, the Shaolin monks. Who are we going to make our heroes? So they went back 400 years to kind of, popularize the Shaolin monks. They could have chosen Tibetan monks. They could have been. It just happened to be the Shaolin monks. Shaolin was from a mountain, in China. But it's so they then made those their superheroes. That's why. But the Shaolin monks, the Shaolin Temple was burned down like 400 years ago. The end, right? That's why you don't see Shaolin monks in a car or Shaolin monks in a gun. You don't see any, because every one of those movies started way back then.
Right.
So the truth of the matter is the Shaolin Temple gone, right? Then in 83, because it was opened up to Westerners, everybody kept going, hey, where's the Shaolin Temple? And they're like, Chinese people's like, there's no Shaolin Temple. That shit burned down 400 years ago. But then they reconstructed a replica in 83, and around 85 they had, right around, later in 83, they had like townsfolk dressed as Shaolin monks for tourism. And around 85, they started having actual Kung Fu people portray the Shaolin monks. But then Westerners kept coming in there going, we want to learn from the Shaolin monks. And it's like, okay, pay here. You know what I mean? So they started teaching these people, and these people were no connected to the Shaolin monks. That's like the equivalent of saying, you were taught by a Shaolin monk is the equivalent of saying, I was taught by a knight of the round table. Same time period, right? You know how ridiculous that would sound. These new people have nothing to do with the Shaolin monks that were destroyed a long time ago. This was something that was resurrected later.
In the 80s.
Right, and every Shaolin monk you ever seen in the this is hilarious because there's a tour of the Shaolin monks, right?
I'm actually looking right now. The Shaolin monks celebrate 10 years of touring.
Right, you know, there's these tours.
This was last year.
Yeah, of the Shaolin monks, right? No, but here's what's
So these are not actual Shaolin monks, huh?
No, of course not. It's like tour of the Knights of the Round Table. Like, so the Shaolin monks, right, that are touring. The funny thing is, historically, everybody you saw playing a Shaolin monk in the movies, like the Jet Lis and all that, they usually were people from the Beijing Wushu team. Beijing Wushu team is basically like the all-star team, where all around China, there's all these different Wushu factions that are competing, but the Beijing Wushu team is the number one. Basically, like Menudo or whatever, they're getting children who have the best technique all around all of China, and the best of the best go to the Shaolin. Go to the Beijing Wushu team. So usually, usually, you know, when they get to the mid late 20s, they're gone. You know, they become coaches or whatever, or they go into the movies. This is what always has happened.
So Jet Li came out of that.
Yeah, he was a Beijing Wushu team member. He was a really great competitor from the Beijing Wushu team.
Would you say that, you know, because we talked about this earlier, you know, actual fighters who became actors?
He's not a fighter.
No, he's more of
an
an acrobat kind of?
No, yeah. Jet Li knows more martial arts than anybody you've ever seen on film.
Okay.
That dude, if we want to compare it to, like, say, gymnastics, think about this. Jet Li is not only the tumbling champion, but the rings champion, and like he won. He is so good with like Bagwaza, and I know I'm gonna get too deep with this stuff, but Jet Li knows so many styles within the Kung Fu system, and has won national world titles doing several different styles, which is unusual for one individual to have. But
it's not fighting though.
It's not fighting. He'd tell you himself he wouldn't know how to fight anybody.
Right.
You know, it's like
same thing with Jackie Chan.
Yeah, but Jackie Chan probably would be able to fight a little bit, and because Jackie Chan's style, he's a little rougher. He comes from a stunt person background. He's a stunt man.
Yeah.
But and there's things about Jackie Chan that I would say he probably would be able to fight pretty damn good. Because of his timing and stuff. But Jet Li is classically trained. It's different. But like, and Jackie Chan's not a little dude either.
Huh, I never met him.
No, Jackie Chan's not a little dude,
he's
man.
Big.
Jackie Chan is unfreaking believable. He's unbelievable. And I'll say something else that's controversial.
He's 5'9".
Yeah, but Jackie Chan is not a small guy. He's durable.
160 pounds.
Yeah, maybe it was a long time ago. Yeah.
Gained some weight since then.
Yeah, but that's a tough dude.
Yeah.
Jackie Chan is a tough individual.
Okay.
But like, I'm gonna say this, right? If you to try to put, give him his due. If you, and I almost want to do this experiment one day. If you switch the faces of Bruce Lee and Jackie Chan, you take a retrospective of Jackie Chan's best fight stuff, but give him Bruce Lee's face, which is meaning a very serious look, I'm going to whoop your ass look. And you put Jackie Chan's face on Bruce Lee's best stuff, right? It will be interesting. Because when you think of if Jackie Chan, because of his
He's
way,
kind of silly, funny,
whatever.
Yeah.
If he was like, I'm kicking your ass. If you just imagine Jackie Chan with a serious face and doing the things that he's done,
Yeah.
right?
I can see where you're
Just
going with this.
see a regular fight scene with Jackie Chan, flipping around, going through a ladder, using that ladder, doing all this type of stuff, and he was kicking your ass like dead serious. You might say, there's no way in hell Bruce Lee could do that.
So you would say that Jackie Chan is a better, what would you say, martial artist than Bruce Lee?
No, I would never say anybody's a better martial artist than Bruce Lee.
He's not
Because
really
he's an embodiment of what martial arts is about. Wouldn't say that. What I'm talking about, I'm talking about who is the better martial arts fighting movie star. That whole thing. It'd be interesting because the thing is that it's so sad is that people don't realize what Jackie Chan does because he's being silly. It's never been anybody on that level.
Yeah, I mean, because he
It's
does his
just
own,
unfreaking
he does his
believable.
own stunts.
Not only that, but how meticulous and what he's done. It's almost sad that he doesn't get the nod as the best martial arts fighter on film ever.
So you would say that'd be Jackie Chan over everyone else, including yourself.
Come on, I ain't nowhere near that. Come on, man. Shoot, my fight scenes have to be done in like a matter of hours. Like, Jackie, almost everybody's fight scenes, one fight scene they'll shoot for an entire week. I don't have that luxury. My fight scenes will look pretty bad. You know, I wish I had a week to do a damn fight scene, do one fight scene. But not saying I'm better. No, Jackie Chan's way freaking better. Come on, Bruce Lee's way better. Come on, stop it. I mean, you know, if they had to fight me, they're in trouble. Because I've done that. But Jackie Chan, it's just like, I know Bruce Lee's number one, right? Because you want to vicariously be him. He made a noise. What? He made a noise that nobody else has made, but that noise is the embodiment of all martial arts.
Yeah, that's true.
Think about how powerful that is.
Yeah.
There's nobody that's that dominant in any of their arts or sports than what he did and what the magnetism he has and everything else. Okay, that's that. But then Jackie Chan, what he will do on screen, what he's able to do, that should have its own category because it's just when you look at both and you go, if you put Bruce Lee's head on that, you'd be like, the game is over.